You very much. 40 years ago, my next guest was performing the first double heart-lung transplant in UK history at London's Harefield Hospital. In a career spanning 6 decades, Professor Sir Magdi Yacoub made the capital his home, pushing surgical boundaries and expanding medical research. Now a new biography charts his life, from growing up in Egypt to meeting Princess Diana. I spoke to him a little earlier. Can I start by asking you why you were so interested in the heart?
You can almost look at the heart and see how beautiful it is. It has a personality of its own. It communicates with the brain backwards and forwards all the time. So the heart is just a fascinating organ for a variety of reasons.
You grew up in Egypt, but moved to London. Why did you do that, and why did you stay?
My dad was a doctor. Unfortunately, his younger sister died during childbirth from rheumatic heart disease, a narrow heart valve. And he fell to pieces, had a nervous breakdown, and then he said, "You know something? This disease is currently being treated in different parts of the world by something called open heart surgery," to which I declared, I was like 5 years old, take or 1 or 2 years. I said, "I'm going to be a heart surgeon."
You pointed to some of these pictures. Do you
the
recognize?
picture right at the back there is when I was a resident at Qasr Al-Aini Hospital, the university hospital in Cairo.
You've had such a long career. What's been your most proudest moment in your career?
The most important thing in my career was the relationship between doctors and patients. That's a very important, what I call sacred relationship. And that is why I have been totally dedicated to the National Health Service, because this sacred relationship is the best in the world.
Just finally, what's your time in London? What has that meant to you? What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy, what I want to see is that I've learned a whole lot of things during my career, and I want to pass all this knowledge to the young people, whom I see a whole lot of people in London, in Egypt, in Africa, and what I want to leave behind in London and everywhere else is a legacy where feeling that pain in the community, trying to do something about it, and continuing the process of discovery.
An amazing message and an inspirational man. Professor Sir Magdi Yacoub talking to me earlier. Next to the 32, our series shining a light on the people and stories from London's 32 boroughs and the city. This evening, we're in Richmond upon Thames, home to the Poppy Factory, where volunteers have been busy making remembrance poppies. One of them is RAF veteran Steve Pleasance, who's been giving his time for free over the past 8 years. He told us what the factory means to him.